Fukushima radiation, baby. It's falling all around us and we don't even see it. If you notice, there are thousands of little snowflakes falling on the ground. That is what nuclear radiation particles would look like if you could see them. But now I'm going to prove to you that their 300 tons of water per day is a fucking lie. Straight up and down fucking lie. Let me show you in perspective. If this was a 20-yard dump truck that you see driving down the road every day, it would hold 30 tons of water. So only 10 dump trucks that drive down the road would hold 300 tons of water. Now, that would be the equivalent of less water that is in this basement. Less water that would fill up this basement, which is 7 feet high and 35 feet long. In other words, the amount of water that it would take to fill up this little teeny basement is more than 300 tons. So what they are doing is lowering the numbers probably by 1,000-fold. It might be 1,000,000 tons of water going through Fukushima, radioactive water coming out into the Pacific. It might be more. You don't know how much water is coming down from a fucking mountain flow. If it rains 300 tons of water, if a heavy rain rained for 30 seconds on the nuclear power plant facility at Fukushima, it would fill up this basement maybe in 10 seconds. So we're talking about 10 seconds worth of water. But what they're not telling you is that the first reactor that blew up spewed millions of pellets into the environment, in the ocean and on the ground. And they never picked up even one fucking pellet. Each pellet was approximately the size of a light switch. Just the switch itself, not the box. Each pellet was approximately the size of a pencil eraser. So, however many tons, 30 tons were in the reactor, they blew up into the atmosphere, landed on the ground, and those pellets were covered with 10 feet or more of dirt. 10 feet or more of dirt. So all the rain that goes through the ground is washing over the pellets and going into the ground. So it's not just water from the reactors, it's water that's being washed away as the pellets oxidize, become particle size, and move through the soil. They are fucking lying to you. And why are they lying to you? Because they want you fucking dead. They want you fucking dead. On the dollar bill is the entire story about the beginning, the end, and how they're going to kill us all. This is the beginning, the book of Genesis, in the left circle, what I call the God pod, and this is the end, what I call the book of Revelation. Everything in the God pod represents life. There is nothing in this sphere and the first 17 verses of Genesis that doesn't represent life. Everything in this sphere represents death. I have proven this in my book. I have kicked the asses of the professors at Duke University. I have kicked the asses of the professors at George Washington University. They won't even attempt to try to portray my book in a bad light because it will bring attention to their ignorance. Rabbi Jubaka, otherwise known as Michael Fazio, was the first person in the world to discover the Ark of the Covenant on the dollar bill, and then I wrote a book about it and never said a word until my book was published on April 15th of 2010. So nobody in the history of mankind could say they beat me to that discovery. I didn't put the Ark of the Covenant on the dollar bill, but it's on the dollar bill. Watch my video that says Ark of the Covenant on the dollar bill, or watch my channel video. I show you the skull and bones with teeth, which is right here. Here's the skull and bones with teeth on the dollar bill. It's inside the nose of the hog-nosed bat. Opposite this, when you fold the bill exactly like this, is the Bohemian Grove Owl. Cannot make this stuff up. There's the Bohemian Grove. There's the Bohemian. Gotta move back. I cannot see without my glasses. This is the great horned owl on the dollar bill. Fold the bill like this, and this is the skull and bones with the teeth. That's right. I'm the person that discovered this. Kind of kiss my ass. Antiquities department at Duke University, and he kind of kissed my ass. So-called scholars out of George Washington University. I, Michael Fazio, otherwise known as Rabbi Jew-Barkham, the discoverer of the Ark of the Covenant on the dollar bill. I created the Dick of Doom just for people like you, Duke University. Kind of kiss my white tushy. That's right. And Mr. Obama, we love you, Mr. Obama. You make me famous. And speaking about Mr. Obama, if Mr. Obama had a son, his son would be like a Trayvon Martin. His son would be dead. His son would be in hell. That's right, baby. Oy vey.